This is App Talks, and sometimes the talks are very spontaneous and unfiltered, like right now, because we've got a great event and guests are just coming in with great stories. So, Léa Samrani.
Hi.
Yes, VP Product. And here's the good stuff. This will stick forever. Passion. That has to be cool. So I know zero, but we're going to delve into that because I did hear from another speaker, another guest I had, that he was inspired by your talk. So it has to be good. And VP Product, we don't talk to product enough. So yes, here you are. Léa, let's start. Passion, what is it?
So Passion is a no-code app builder for the creator economy. So let's say you're a yoga teacher or you know how to build really cool boats and you have this really, really good skill that you want to teach people. Then you can do it on your own product, run your own subscription, build your own community and actually share your skill with the world, make a living and live your passion basically.
Oh, cool. So this is different from the other ones that would say, oh, yeah, we'll give you your tools. I mean, I'm not dissing any apps out there, but they're the ones that say, you know, hey, we've got these, you know, Photoshop things that we'll give you. You subscribe, you get the tools, but it's like, yeah, I still can't use the tools. So in this case, I come to Passion, I've got an idea, and you've got no-code tools, so I'm going to build this super simple just for me. Is that what it is?
Just for you.
Got it. Subscription or how you
subscription, one-off, whatever you prefer.
Oh, it's interesting for myself even. And how long have you been around?
So I've been in the industry for 15 years. I very recently joined Passion because I also do like product growth advisory, so I work with a lot of startup. But the project at Passion was so cool and so exciting, and the team's amazing, so I had to jump in.
And the app itself, I would assume it's like app and then some desktop, or is it app only?
No, it's native iOS, native Android, and web app as well.
And last quick question though, Passion, how long has it been around? Because it can't be that old, because we have a creator economy getting a huge boost because Visa is going to let us have like access to financial services soon. So it'll be a real business. It'll be a real deal. So the timing is great. How long have they been here?
It's been around for about 8 years.
Really?
Yeah, it's not that new.
Well, then the time is coming.
It's like a bit of ahead of its time, right? Like seeing the future.
Cool. Now you're VP of Product, so usually I talk with marketers, but this is exciting because this is all about the product. So how do you work together with marketing? What does that look like?
You know, the eternal product marketing.
I know. That's why I said it. I was like, how does that look? Because it should work really, really well together because you really are both pulling on the same rope.
So we put in place very standard way of working with, you know, business North Star, growth model. So everybody's aligned in terms of what we're trying to deliver, which I think work quite well in terms of ensuring we're not optimizing for different things. And then the marketing team is really great. Like they're really great people. So there's a lot of communication going. Of course, it can be better. It can always be better, right?
Yeah.
But we're trying to like move it to a place where we can really also share our learning. So if something's been tested on the marketing side and they know that works really well, then
or it goes in the product, or vice versa, or you're saying, you guys are marketing this feature, but actually this is the real thing to be talking about.
And even in language as well, like, you know, if marketing's obviously testing a lot of messages, different way of presenting it, I think that has such a huge impact in the product that we don't always think about as product people. Language is not necessarily the first focus. And I think it's actually really important.
Visual. It should be very visual. I mean, and also showing how dead simple it is.
Absolutely.
Because no code is empowering. I remember doing a podcast focused on no code a couple years back, and I was like, this is great. I'd love to be like a guinea pig for this to see, because if I can do it, man, the world can. Then you have empowered the masses, which is exciting. And speaking of exciting, what is exciting then for you working with Passion? You just had your session, and I said you had your fans. So there's a different approach to product, something that is new, different, and exciting for you.
So it's very different when you build a product that you are only using for yourself versus a product that's used by thousands of people. You know, I like to optimize product thinking about things like job to be done, user value. That's fairly easy to figure out when you have one thing out there. Like, let's say you do like a health and fitness app, you can find out why people are interested in health and fitness, right? But now, like we have apps that are for health and fitness, and for meditation, and for infotainment, and like there's so many different categories there.
Yes.
That it obviously create a much bigger challenge around how do you ensure that you're making it work for everybody, but not in a way where it's one for all,
but
where it's actually
because everyone can use this. I mean, this
absolutely,
is for all the content. You can be a fitness influencer. You can be, you name it. You're making your own content. Yeah. What am I doing with that content? I mean, you have the tools and they're no code. So I'm going to assume that I have like this ongoing dialogue because my tools have to evolve with me and my career is evolving. So how does that look to allow that in the product? Because that's like personalized / you don't want to go too personal. You want to have like mass customization. Maybe that's the word for it.
Yeah, that's a really interesting challenge, and it's something we're thinking a lot right now. How do you ensure that it works for you as a creator, and it really, really is personalized to you, but it's still easy to use, and it's applicable for other people that might want to use it differently, right? I don't think there's a clear framework there. It's very much a case-by-case basis where we really think things through and go through how... if we're building a feature or some sort of tool within the product, how can that be used in different use cases, and finding out what are the core use cases where you need that for, and ensuring that actually it's flexible enough to adjust to them, but in a way that it can also be personalized. And it's really like, I don't see, there's never really a clear answer here, right? You really have to think it through. And what we do, the main thing we do is we talk to our users all the time. We talk to creators all the time. The team is amazing at that. They have calls. They have almost too many calls. And they really have that conversation. Yeah, and I think that's a huge part of understanding the use cases and their need, and then kind of putting your product hat on and thinking, how can we help all of those use cases with one experience?
But it's also interesting because sometimes you don't know what you can do, and so some of what you're getting in the product has to come back in the marketing to say, hey, did you ever think of you could do it this way, or you could do it that way? And I could imagine that there's going to be a run on a product like Passion in the future because we're all creators. Right? And I think the only thing holding it back is that it's not as easy as they say, I do podcasts, I do work, and it's like, it says I can do all of these cool things and all of these cool effects, but it is heavy lifting. Yeah. So how do you get the passion of the creators back into the passion of the product?
I think that's where we're lucky because the founding team are creators themselves. Okay. So this is our experience.
They eat their own dog food. Yes. Okay.
They come from this world. They really, it's almost building solution for yourself, right? So I think they really, really understand the market really well.
Yeah.
And we kind of encouraging the team as well to become creator, which is maybe why I'm here talking to you right now. I try. I wouldn't call myself a creator. I really struggle. But I do a lot of events. I do a lot of conference talks, workshop, a podcast, all of that is content creation.
Absolutely. And you have to share it. We have to learn from people like you.
Exactly. Yeah. It's basically knowledge. I'm selling knowledge. So
exactly. Well, you have something to sell. That's the good thing, Leia, because I can tell you're smart and that you shine. And you were telling me you also help startups. That's another thing you do.
Yes. I work with quite a few startups, usually around Series A, and I either help them to find product market fit or to put in place a way to scale from product market fit to scale up.
Okay.
It's very often centered around monetization, optimization, activation flow, retention, the teams, who do you hire, how do you work together efficiently, how can you move fast but do quality work, and founder advice as well, which is always a big one. About prioritization and who makes what decision.
Big question. I'm going to have you back just to talk about that part of your life as well.
We'll be here all day.
We'll be here all day. It would be fun. It would be fun. But you have so many different sides to what you do. And then you're speaking to so many different people. So you're getting an idea of like trends, things we're watching, things marketers are struggling with, or product. Because you're not just talking to marketers. You've got product as well. Founders, I could ask you, like, what do you see? Where do we struggle? And that's a big question, multiple answers, but I'd still be interested because you're getting so many different perspectives. Maybe there's a commonality or a thread there that says, you know what, these are trends, or this is what you have to watch out for, this is what you have to prepare for. Help me see around that corner a little bit.
Lately, one of the biggest things that has been happening is, the fundraising market was a bit more challenging.
Oh, yeah.
And subscription apps were very affected by that. So one of the big things was being able to start actually be profitable. That's one of the things I see a lot in startups. And to do that, you need to optimize for your monetization. You need to ensure that you're getting that revenue in. And for me, that's a little bit new because I think for the longest time, or at least in my experience within product world, it would be more like build it for free, build this amazing experience.
Have a free version. And I spoke with people say, don't give anything away for free. Because they get a taste for it, right? But we thought so. Is that different thinking now?
I think now, I think now
there's no free version.
Yeah, I mean, there might be a free version, but we're really thinking around what would people pay for. It's not just what product people want to use, but what would they actually be willing to pay for. Let's focus on that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we also, it's a business. We need to make money to be able to pay our team and grow the product. And so,
because filling the funnel is... And you have to find the valuable user. How do you find, what does a valuable creator look like to you? Is it someone who's constantly in there doing stuff, or maybe those lead users who are saying, this is really good what you have, but I have an idea and I'm going to go into your forum and tell you about the next thing I want you to build for me?
That would be amazing, but no, I think it's really someone that have a really strong passion for something, that knows their area really well. They have a working business of some sort. You have a skill, you know how to teach it. Maybe you're already doing it offline or on a website, and essentially you just want to take that to the next level. You want to do it on your own product. You want to start building your own community. And I think it's quite amazing because you're really empowering people into becoming a solopreneur. And there's so many skills out there. I'm genuinely amazed at what people teach.
Well, you're unleashing the free agent economy is what you're doing, because that's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, this is all about knowledge sharing now.
Yeah.
And we have to do it quickly and differently and uniquely and as individuals. Otherwise, someone will say, you know what, I've got a chatbot, a chat GPT I made that's similar to you. So you have to really show your value. So it's a value exchange. I could go on. I think that what I want to understand is the missteps. We've talked about all the cool stuff and all the cool stuff you do. I mean, passion for passion. What can I say? You are made for this. You are made for it. But then it's keeping the passion high, keeping the energy high, keeping things on track when they are looking like they're going to go off the rails. That's where the real strength and the real insights come in. Tell me about keeping the passion.
So that's why I'm here.
Just the energy of being here.
It is. It really is. It's. I mean, I love what I do. It's amazing, but it's also really challenging. We move really fast. There's a lot of unknown, a lot of uncertainty to deal with, and it's not always easy to navigate. And so I come to this event, and then you meet a lot of people, and you talk to them, and you find out about their challenge, your challenge. And I always leave having all those ideas and being so inspired and so excited again. It's just a boost of vitamin, essentially.
Love it. That's it. It's just go to conferences. That's what you have to do. But no, seriously, you do, because it all happens so quickly that learning from others in the industry is the magic. So what did you learn that you're going to take back and say, you know what? Wow, this is something for 2025. I'm set.
Well, this is a bit early in the day yet. So
true. That's true.
I haven't seen
and
that.
And the parties are later and they're even better. Yes, that's true.
And I was doing my own. But for example, I was at the London event not so long ago.
Too. Yeah.
And I remember going to the stage and watching people talk about these TikTok shops and the way they're doing ads on TikTok. And they use a lot of words that I've never heard before. And I evolve in this world. So I was like, how do I not know those words yet? And it's just because it's all brand new. It's been there for 2 months, 3 months. It's all coming so fast. I'm like, okay, I have to learn about all of that now. I need to find out how to make that work for us. How can I use this into my own, skill set? How can I help startup with it? And it's just, that was really cool. I was thinking, wow, you can't just stay on your knowledge and stay put. You have to constantly challenge yourself and find out more. And last year gave me a bit of that. The London event gave me a bit of that. Yeah, I went home thinking, okay.
Because you're back here again, brilliant. I'm at all of them that I can I won't miss them because it's so valuable, and all the connections. And speaking of connection, and just because you are so passionately, I can tell, passionate for passion, I want people to get in touch with you later, maybe even input into something cool in your tool, in your app. Maybe download it and try it out. I think I'm going to try it out, actually.
Oh, cool.
So how would they connect with you?
So with me personally, it's on LinkedIn. That's my
that's
only
the best
social
right.
platform.
Okay.
So it's just Léa Samrani, and you'll find me. I think I'm the only one.
Well, you are contagious. You are a force. You've got me excited. I'm going to go check out the app, seriously, because no code is empowering. And
it's the future, right?
It's the future. And it was empowering. It was a unleashing of you in this discussion. Léa, you are a force. I look forward to connecting with you.
Me too.
Thank you.
Thank you.